At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Slade's the place for you!
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present the state softball tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on an outstanding softball season. And remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Channel Seats Field at the Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, home of the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Dar Danielson here with you alongside Andy Pollock. In just a minute we'll have another 5A quarterfinal here on the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company. We go to the bottom bracket, 2-7, number 2 Pleasant Valley, and number 7 Waukee here. I haven't seen Pleasant Valley. You've seen Waukee more recently. Well, let's talk about them first a little bit, Andy.
First of all, yeah, with the Warriors, they're a team, they play really good defense behind their pitching. You might see a couple different pitchers come in today throughout the course of the game. Winners of 6 in a row coming into the state tournament right now.
Including knocking off defending champ to get here, right?
Knocked off defending champ Ankeny Centennial after losing to them earlier in the year. So Waukee, they're a team, they're going to pitch to contact, and they're going to make the plays behind it, and they're going to hit the ball just well enough to keep them in games.
And Pleasant Valley coming in at 37-3, only losing 3 games on the season.
On an absolute mission after losing that state championship game a year ago. They bring back a bunch of starters, 9 of their 11 players, starters from last year's team, and they are, like you said, on an absolute mission here with first-year head coach Amanda Ray.
Let's take a look at the road to state here for these two teams. Andy, go ahead.
Well, like we said, Waukee, they defeated defending state champ Ankeny Centennial. They've won 6 in a row, 8 out of their last 10 games. And Lily Struck, you'll see her in the circle today. Like I said, she doesn't strike out a whole lot of girls, but she's going to pitch to contact, and that defense makes a lot of plays behind her. Ella McGee, their leadoff batter, 4 for 4 in their sub-state final game. She is batting and playing really well here towards the tail end of the season.
So just about ready to get underway, our second matchups of the day, our second set of games here in the quarterfinals. We'll take a break and be back with more after this at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, Executive Director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We'd like to thank you for joining us for the Girls State Softball Tournament.
The Iowa Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing state tournament. This tournament not only showcases Iowa's elite teams, but the athletes competing here today are among our nation's best and brightest. And Iowa's farmers are among the nation's most productive. Our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the opportunity to recognize both, all while supporting and lifting up the Iowa girl.
With the help of the Iowa Farm Bureau, we celebrate students' efforts not only on the field, but in the classroom as well. The Iowa Farm Bureau is committed to your success and supports our organization and the Iowa Girl. Through millions of dollars they provide in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence.
As Iowans, we have a lot to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing here today or a fan tuning in, we all play an important role in making our state great. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations to your school on a terrific season, and good luck in the tournament games.
Here at Channel Seeds Fields at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Dar Danielson, Andy Pollock. We're talking about the road to state. We can talk a little bit more about Pleasant Valley and their road here. And you look at especially Mary Paige Withers, 13 home runs. You've also got Casey Kane with 12, so 56 home runs. They got a little power in the bats there.
Well, not only that, they've got 3 other players in the lineup that bat over 400 as well. So this is a Pleasant Valley team that leads Class 5A in basically every offensive category. They hit the ball hard, and they put up a lot of runs, man. As you look at the scores throughout the course of the season that Pleasant Valley has had, they are putting up a lot of points on the board against their opponents throughout the course of the year.
And these two teams, I was looking back, I think they were scheduled to play a game that got canceled and they didn't end up playing each other.
That would have been earlier in the year. There was a tournament over at Waukee, I believe, is when that was supposed to happen. They have a really big tournament. Same time that a tournament goes on here up at Fort Dodge that a lot of teams play in too, to kind of get a feel for playing on the crushed red brick here at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Park.
Yeah, and I think that got canceled, so they haven't met, but we'll see. And Waukee's on a bit of a roll right now, aren't they?
Yeah, like we said, is winners of 6 of the last 8 of the last 10, 6 in a row. And they're a team that believes. I mean, there's some really good softball that's played down there in Dallas County right now. Waukee Northwest, both in the state tournament here.
Let's go to our public address announcer.
Between the Waukee Warriors and the Pleasant Valley Spartans. One of the state defenses for the 5A semifinal round on Wednesday at 12:15 right here at Channel Seats Field. Now let's meet the non-starters. First of all, for the visitors from Waukee. Number 1, Elsa Kopriva. Number 2, Elise Schwartz. Number 8, Noel Peterman. Number 12, Jack Monday. Number 15, Reagan Hall. Number 17, Gianna Lamorato. Number 18, Lucy Gurry. Number 19, Ella Stovey. And number 22, Elena Jackson. Your assistant coaches, Taylor Luther and Caleb Striegel. And now, here's your starting lineup for the Waukee Warriors. Leading off, playing center field, number 6, Ella McKee. Batting second at third base, number 7, Sana Zalecki. Batting third at shortstop, number 14, Mara Yukio. Cleanup hitter for the Warriors, doing the catching, number 13, Talia Lamorato. Batting fifth at first base, number 3, Maren Jacobson. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 9, Ella Daniel. Batting seventh at third base, number 10, Jaden Van Pelt. Batting eighth from left field, number 11, Sophie Gorish. Batting in the ninth position, the designated player, number 16, Abby Pelt. And the first player doing the pitching today, number 5, Lily Struck. Head coach for Waukee, Andy Powell. And now let's meet the players for the home team from Pleasant Valley.
I know. I'm doing the same thing.
Number 3, Grace George.
It's really bad with the anthem because
number 6, McKinley Ganewa.
So you always had the anthem and then you hit the notes, so you're on the map warming up. So now it's ingrained in your head, the anthem, so whenever once in a while I'll find myself doing
Number
it.
12, Abby Rogers. Number
Number
13, Mason Bishop. Number 14, Eden Russman. And number 15, Taylor Harris. Your assistant coaches, Peggy Klingler and Zach Miller. Now here's your starting lineup for the Pleasant Valley Spartans. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 2, Jesse Clement. Batting second at third base, number 1, Ashley Henson. Batting third, doing the catching, number 7, Casey Kane. Cleanup hitter for the Spartans in center field, number 11, Mary Paige Ritter. Batting fifth at first base, number 18, Sarah Rigdon. Batting sixth in left field, number 5, Addison Oda. Batting seventh, doing the pitching, number 19, Caitlin Merkel. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 20, Mackenzie Baugh. Batting in the ninth position at third base, number 8, Ava Crowley. And your flex player in right field, number 4, Cammie Wood. Head coach for Pleasant Valley, Amanda Ray. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our officials for this 5A quarterfinal. At first base, Paul Bird. At third base, Josh Perkins. And calling the balls and strikes this afternoon, Mr. Phil Crease. All right, let's play state tournament softball.
You're watching the 2024 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. As a sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, the Iowa Farm Bureau believes in the Iowa girl, cultivating individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills By investing in Iowa's youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. So we get the second set of games going here. Andy, the first one, not a surprise, Valley number 1 seed winning. Maybe a minor upset with Ankeny beating Waukee Northwest in the 2-0 game.
Yeah, it's a 5-4 seeding there, and I think those who have followed CIML softball throughout the course of the year and knowing what was out there on the field probably would have expected Waukee Northwest in a close one in that one, but Ankeny, Abby Rusher just spun an absolute gem today, scattered 2 hits throughout. The defense made the plays behind her, and Abby Rusher also had the double that eventually ended up scoring. So that was a big day for the senior heading to Creighton for Ankeny.
So for Pleasant Valley, they take the field here, and you mentioned Caitlin Merkel. She's got a 2.49 ERA, 17 strikeouts, 13 bases on balls, a 14-0 record. So nothing real overpowering there by her, but
well, they're going to put up runs.
Yeah.
Pleasant Valley will. They're going to put up a lot of runs, and the key right now for Waukee is they got to take advantage of all the opportunities that they get. They're going to get base runners today, but you've got to be able to push them across when they're in scoring position. We'll see if the Warriors can do that and make this a game, but Pleasant Valley, like I said, they will hit the ball hard. The ball will leave the park, and the way that Waukee pitches to contact, if you can get a couple flyouts on some key batters, a couple weak ground balls, you've got a chance. So we'll see how everything spins out of the hand today, but that pitching, as is so important here at the state tournament, that pitching is going to be key today.
74 degrees. It was 65 at the first game when we started, just a typical July day. I stopped in Story City, got out, and you could smell the corn. You know that how that comes out of the air. They expel that water. You could just smell that in the air. It just smelled like an Iowa July day.
It really does. There's just a little bit of humidity in the air, but man, we've been up here in some hot days, and this is not one of them. This is an absolutely beautiful Chamber of Commerce type day here in Fort Dodge.
Ella McGee, the senior, will lead it off, hitting 364.
Ella McGee is an issue for opposing defenses. So fast.
She runs and slaps that one and goes foul. For McGee, starts out with a strike.
She's going to put some pressure on the left side of this infield for Pleasant Valley. Jessie Clemens in particular at short. This ball likely to be pushed that direction.
431 batting average. That one's fouled again. And that leadoff hitter, it's just get on base, right? And we'll get you in.
And she's been very good at that.
0-2 pitch from Merkel. Slapped into the gap between the shortstop and second base for a base hit to lead it off here for Waukee.
Good shot at McGee down there on an absolute tear in the postseason. Batting over 700 right now in the postseason tournament play.
Zana Zalecki, the senior, steps in, hitting 364. Deal, she tries to bunt it, foul. Now, are these girls switch hitters or just straight off lefties?
These are all lefties, and you're going to see it at the bottom of the order, too. So when Waukee comes back through the order, you're going to see 3 or 4 hitters in a row that are batting from the left side, and it puts a ton of pressure on the defense. They can scratch out a lot of runs that way playing small ball.
0-1 to Zalecki. Merkel looks into Casey Kane, the catcher, and running on the pitch, in there with the stolen base, is McGee. And that's 13 of 13 attempts for her on the season.
Well, and she is just an issue when she gets on the base paths and can force you into some bad situations as well. So McGee starting off, great jump from her as you'll see on the replay. And really no play to be made at second base. But it's got all these lefties have the defense out of position right now. You notice they've got at second base playing up right beside the pitcher, shifted over towards center field in the outfield. Off-speed pitch a couple times in a row now.
Looks at the bunt. So Waukee they're going to try to move that runner around here.
Like I said, value your opportunities on the base paths.
2-1 out from Merkel. Bunted right back to the pitcher. Her only place to go is first, and she gets it on the sacrifice. It advances the runner.
Pleasant Valley playing the way that Pleasant Valley moves up Ashley Hansen at second base to play that bunt. Then you allow your first baseman to stay over there, Rigdon over at first. Avoids a lot of the moving parts that you'll see with a lot of different teams as they defend bunts.
Mara Yokiel, remember her from basketball. Outstanding player there. She steps in, hitting .377 on the season with the runner now at third, one out. Takes the strike on the outside. Number 3 batter here.
See Merkel not wanting to give anything too good there on the first pitch. Works that outside corner well with a fastball.
And Yokel 2 home runs.
Had her second in that sub-state win.
13 doubles, so she's got a little pop in the bat. This one hit in that gap again. That's going to score a run. And Waukee cashes in on that single to start the game, and they get a single right in the exact same spot to bring the run in.
Well, a lot of strength from Yokiel there to take that low pitch and really just lofted it into center field right where she wanted to place it. A little bit of drop motion on it from Merkel. And Waukee draws first blood.
.274 hitter Talia Lavarado, the catcher, will come up to bat.
Lavarado's a spark plug in this lineup. Kind of the emotional leader for this team.
Merkel, Casey Kane catching, Rigdon at first, Hansen at second, Clemens at short, Crowley at third. Outfield is Odes, Withers, and Wood for PV. Waukee's on the board with 1 out, runner at first now. That one took its time, but it was right in the zone.
A couple times in a row, kind of working reverse counts right now, throwing that off-speed pitch, nothing good. Not focused on getting ahead, keeping it close to the zone, but being a little, not throwing the fastballs right away to Waukee. They like to jump on those on the first pitch.
Yeah, just to say, that's part of your scouting, knowing that they like to get up there and hit first pitch, so you throw them that change up. And
we're already seeing, too, that outside corner is going to be extended a little bit in this game, so got to come up there looking to hit.
0-2 pitch here to Lavarado, the catcher. Yokiel, the shortstop at first. That one's way outside, 1-2. Not going to reach on that one.
Well, and Kane really trying to expand that zone, especially with 2 strikes.
Merkel looks in. First base, third base in a little bit. This one a little nubber back to the pitcher. She'll go to second. Oh, the shortstop gave in and got the out there. Clemens stepped in and was looking for the DP, but
Clemens must have just caught second base with her toe as she came through, and that's one of those tough ones because you know if it's hit to the right, you're going from second to short. You know if it's hit to the left, you're going from short to second. But when it's straight back there to the pitcher, there's a decision to be made. Good communication. Clemens cuts it off. Must have just caught second base with her toe.
Noelle Dieterman will come in to run for Lavarado for IMT Insurance substitution. All substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Or not, you can be worry-free at IMTIMS.com. Marin Jacobson up to bat now, averaging .339 on the season, playing first base. Waukee 1 run in, 2 outs and runner at first. That one's low. Ball 1.
Again, you notice Merkel now against 5 different hitters. She's not going with those fastballs, not a huge focus on getting ahead. She has got ahead, but not giving him anything good to hit with that first pitch.
Slow the batter, keep him off balance, as it were. This one's outside, and that just misses the corner for ball 2.
You'll notice again where Casey Kane is setting up, really trying to expand the outside part of that strike zone.
Casey Kane, the catcher. This one ripped Now on the right center field. Caught by the center fielder and diving into third goes Waukee.
Kane wanted that pitch over the outside part of the plate. Merkel lost it a little more towards the middle part, and a great piece of inside-out hitting.
Excuse me, that's Lavarado. Waukee was erased on the fielder's choice. And the single by Jacobson brings up Ella Daniel.
That's Dieterman running for Lavarado now over at third. They don't necessarily communicate all the substitutions to us. They get them up to the box, and we're left to fend for ourselves and make sure we can pick out and tell the difference between number 8 and number 9 out on the field.
And then I got to read my own writing in the score sheet here. After you get in a few games, you get more in the rhythm.
It's early, right?
Yeah.
Early in the state tournament.
Runners at the corners for Ella Daniel. Takes it low for a ball. Right fielder hitting 267 coming into this. So if you can get out of this with just one run, it'd be a pretty good inning here for Pleasant Valley.
Waukee has continued to hit the ball right now with 2 outs.
There's a ball.
Merkel a little bit behind these last couple batters. Not an overpowering fastball, but really focused on the location right now.
He toes the rubber once again here. This one chopped to third. She'll pick it up, go to first. Crowley for the 5-3 put out. Waukee gets 1 run on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left on base. At the end of a half inning, Waukee up 1-0. We'll come to the bottom of the inning after this at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Level up your game at Central College. More than half of Central students participate in intercollegiate athletics because Central allows you to pursue your passions and be more than just a spectator. It's the best decision ever. Apply at central.edu. The Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Dar Danielson, Andy Pollock. And Waukee did what they wanted early, just jumped on it, got that runner around, and got a run in, Andy.
Well, and then 3 hits. You know, that's a big start for the Warriors, and because you know you're going to have to match Pleasant Valley. They're going to hit the ball hard. Right now they're going to, and with a pitcher there for Waukee, you're throwing to contact. She doesn't strike out many, and it's going to be a matter of if Pleasant Valley can barrel her up or if they're hitting at girls.
Yeah, Lily Struck. You're looking at it, 47 walks, 63 strikeouts, a 4.24 ERA. Leading off, Jesse Clemens, the shortstop, batting .449 on the season.
Clemens, the E. Wayne Cooley Award winner in the state of Iowa this last year. Very talented multi-sport athlete. Will play her college softball at Iowa State down the road. She's been involved in a lot of different sports. Saw her run down at the state track meet. I believe she played, basketball was her other sport. So this is, if you're a young lady in the state of Iowa, Jessie Clemens is one that you're going to look up to.
That one drops in late for a strike from Lavarado, or struck. Lavarado was a catcher, Maren Jacobson, the first baseman, Zalecki at second, Waukee at short, Van Pelt at third. The outfield is Gorish McGee. We'll wait till after this pitch. This one is fisted toward the hole, but the shortstop, Waukee, goes out and makes the play on it. route number 1.
Well, and that's where you're going to see Struck work her magic. She's going to want to go inside, keep things off the hands right now, avoid that really solid contact that PV is so good at.
Ella Daniel would be the right fielder to round out the outfield for you. That brings up Ashley Hansen, the second baseman for Pleasant Valley.
Waukee moves in Zayna Zalecki from second base to help cover the bunt.
Nice 5.53 average for Hansen.
Well, there's so many great averages. Man, when you look at the stats for this Pleasant Valley team, just the averages that you see, that's like an all-star game.
Yeah,
look at the averages they've
hitting
got.
415 as a team. That's pretty good.
Man, that's outstanding.
She takes the first one a ball. Second one is a strike.
That drop change, you can't give up on that too quick. She just, especially as a lefty, you're trying to time this up to get it slapped out there, but it looks like it's coming high, and it just tails its way into the zone at the end.
First time through the lineup. We'll see how they do on that as we get farther in. That one is a little bit far outside, makes Lavarado chase it up there with the glove. 1-1, or 2-1, excuse me, the count here.
There's a great change between the rise ball and the drop change right now. They're both starting at the same plane, but they're going opposite directions. Tough to pick that out as a hitter.
It's a 2-1. That one just rose up over 3-1. The count here. And sometimes takes the pitcher a little time to find where the umpire, what he's calling, where the, stuff is.
No, and Phil Crease has been calling balls and strikes for a long time up here at the state softball tournament.
Slap foul.
Again, not allowing Pleasant Valley here early on to time things up. A lot of change-ups thrown in there. You have to change my positioning a little bit for all these lefties.
I know it's hard, isn't it? Where we're straight behind them. Sometimes you got to stand up to see where that ball's going. Here's the 3-2. Slap foul. Ooh, that almost got over the fence into the dugout.
Well, we haven't seen too many straight fastballs so far from Struck. That was one of them. And again, it's not an overpowering fastball, but when she changes it in with that rise ball and that changeup, it sure seems like it's coming a lot faster.
She gets a little rosin on that hand and ready to go here. The 3-2 pitch once again. That one rises up out of the zone, and it's a walk.
Good piece of hitting right there. Very disciplined after the first couple strikes were called. The layoff, the rise ball, late in the count.
Brings up Casey Kane, hitting .439. 12 homers, second in the team in homers. So a little pop in the bat out of the number 3 hole, the catcher.
This is where you have to be careful where you start that drop change. If you start it too high, it drops right into the zone, and Kane's the type of hitter that can really make you pay the price for that.
That one, caught the outside edge.
That's a dangerous pitch to a hitter like Kane when you're working it up in the zone.
Yeah, right in there about hip high there. 0-1 count. Where's the bunt? Now down and safe. Hansen with the stolen base.
Great jump, great wheels. Everything about that play was well done, but Hansen just a little bit better, a little bit faster as she slides safely into second.
She's now 38 out of 39 on the season, so she's got a lot of thefts there. And it makes it a 1-1 count. So in scoring position, the tying run now with 1 out. 1-1 count. Oh, that one, another one will just hang in there and it drops late.
You got to stay with it as a hitter. It's one of those where you almost need to scoot up in the box a little bit and allow that, but if it drops in late, it's still a strike. So it makes things difficult. She's got it timed up right now from 43 feet perfectly to drop at the right time.
Here's the 1-2. Comes inside, fists it off, and that's going to go foul.
Look at the smile on her face as she comes back.
She knows. Well, her hand's stinging a little bit too because it kind of, caught on that handle, and I think she's just glad it rolled out because the first baseman was coming down.
I love being able to sit down so close. I saw it in the first 2 games I watched too. Just the smiles and the fun that all these girls are out here having as they play the game of softball.
This one, that one fists it off over to third. Runner gets back.
It's great control from Struck.
Yeah.
She's able to throw it inside, throw those pitches inside, keep it away from the hitters, keep it away from their power zone of the bat. And we've seen that a couple times now, just some weak contact, and she gets those little fly balls out of it.
Brings up Mary Paige Withers, the center fielder, hitting .468. Home run leader with 13.
I just chuckle as you mention these batting averages for everybody coming through. They're incredible.
There's a ball.
Haven't seen a whole lot of first ball fastballs from Struck. Decided to go with it there. Just missed a little bit outside.
The 1-0 to Withers. That one hangs up on her. 2-0.
Didn't get the break that she's got in some of those pitches before on that drop change.
Yeah, maybe not the worst of things to with first base open here and 2 outs to, as you say, don't put anything right across the middle to her.
And you've also got Sarah Rigdon, though, waiting on deck, and she's got 9 home runs on the year. Just a lot of batters to protect the batters all the way through.
Yeah, you
lineup.
go Kane with 12 homers, 13 for Withers, and 9 for Rigdon. So
a couple others with 3, 4, or 5 home runs on the team as well. 7 up there for Clemens. So
3-0 count. Let's see if she holds or if she's got the green light here.
Little chess match.
That one is high as Walker.
Trying to get a pop-up out of her on that pitch. And now you got a great opportunity for Rigdon as she steps up to the plate. We mentioned 9 home runs on the year, but if she can get anything out to the green with 2 outs right now, they're going to be wheeling with Hansen from second base.
365 average, you said, 9 home runs for Rigdon. 45 RBI on the season, 3 doubles.
This is capitalizing on opportunities right now for PV.
That one drops into the zone.
It's a dirty pitch.
Yeah,
it really is.
Because it comes in and you're just like, is it the fastball? Is it the change? Do I wait? And then boom, it drops late. First and second, runners at first and second. 1 out, 2 outs, 1 strike. That's fouled off. 2 strikes now.
Goes in on the hands again. Working in on that handle of the bat. Been able to get both outs this inning at that exact same spot.
Struck ahead in the count here, the bottom of the first. PV trying to even it up after Waukee struck for 1 in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Got her inside. It's going to be a lazy fly to the third baseman. So they get out of the inning. No runs, no hits. 2 left on. At the end of 1, Waukee 1, PV nothing. We'll come up with Waukee to bat at the top of the second. After this, the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
You're watching the Girls Union Digital Network meeting in the circle by Pleasant Valley. They trail 1-0 going to the top of the second here for Waukee. It's the 7, 8, and 9 batters. Dar Danielson, Andy Pollock, here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. And they got a leadoff hit to start the first and got that run in on a sacrifice and a couple singles. And there's a strike to Jaden Van Pelt, the third baseman.
Well, and you see the pitch coming in there from Merkel, that same sort of drop change, working from a high plane to a medium plane. Just changing the eye level of those hitters.
And she was on that just a little late. Van Pelt, 284 hitter. She had a couple outs, including the third out, and that one is.
Now we've seen two drop changes. We've seen two drop changes. We'll see if she likes to go throw a fastball by her, and she tries it.
Yep.
Changing those speeds quite a bit.
And then the level too, right at the knees there, on the outside edge.
Like the pitch combination so far from Merkel. Not sure. I'm looking over. I'm not sure if they're getting the pitches called from the dugout or if they're getting called back here by Casey Kane. I think Kane's calling the pitches right now, actually.
She's got the wristband with the numbers on it, but I haven't seen her look to it, so Kane might be. This one, so nice job by Hansen. It looked like it might loop over the top of her, but she retreats and makes the catch at second for out number one.
But again, we've seen some calls on the outside corner on an 0-2 count. She decides to work it out there. You're not going to really get solid contact out there anyway. Like the location, like the choice, gets an easy little fly out to second base.
The sophomore left fielder, Sophie Gorish.
This is the key part of the lineup for Waukee, for both teams right now, but for Waukee offensively. If you can get one of these next two batters on, you're putting a lot of pressure on the defense. You're going with 4 lefties in a row right now in this Waukee order, including one of the best hitters in the state at the moment with McGee at the leadoff spot for Waukee.
Yeah, if you can turn over that bottom and get back to your top with some runners on. That one took a little more off of that one, but
you don't want to give a free pass to either of these batters.
2-0 here.
I just love the chess match that is the pitch calls in softball.
This one ripped hard to the first baseman. She'll step on the bag, Sarah Rigdon, for the unassisted putout, and it's 2 away here. We'll go to the number 9 here, Abby Phelps, designated player, batting for the pitcher, struck, hitting 266.
About as solid a contact as you're going to see from Gorsh on that last pitch, just right over there at Rigdon.
She slides up and takes the ball.
Not a whole lot of batters that Merkel's working ahead of right now, but she seems comfortable enough in all her number 2 pitches that I think she's just fine.
This one is going to carry foul right into the fence over there.
Normally that would have been the spot that all the media members would have been at, but new rule this year in high school softball, there's no more media area inside the fence. Everything's outside the fence. So seen that already had to. Actually, one of the IGHSAU staff members got sent off the field earlier today. That was out there. They made the rule. They had to live with it. Don't get the best angle through the fences with pictures.
But they have the that one goes down. They have a little scaffolding over there.
Yes, so they have it up above.
On top there. You just have to pay attention and not be looking at your phone, or you might get hit by foul ball.
If you're a guy that's afraid of heights like myself, you're going to just stay right here at ground level, right behind home plate.
That's not very high.
That's high enough.
This one slapped toward left. Ooh, they had to wait a minute. They thought it might get over her head, but she makes the play out there. And Waukee goes down in order in the top of the second here. So after 1.5, they lead 1-0. Back with the bottom of the second after this at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Slade's the place for you!
Fans, official state tournament merchandise is now available online. You can visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Or scan the QR code here and you can get your official state tournament merchandise at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Leading it off, the 6-7-8 batters, Addison Oda, the left fielder.
Make sure I get that scanned off my monitor here.
Got to thinking of my birthday gift, huh? Here's a high fly towards center. Sliding to her left is Ellen McGee to make the put out on a first pitch hit by Pleasant Valley.
Oda put a charge into that one. That was a low pitch, and she got all of it.
Brings up the pitcher, Caitlin Merkel. Hitting .333 for Pleasant Valley, takes a strike.
Oh, that a number 7 batter hitting .333.
Yep.
That's how you get here with a 37-3 record. Hitting all the way through the lineup.
Struck, that one drops in. Little drop there at the end. From Struck.
It's just done a nice job of keeping the Pleasant Valley hitters off balance so far. See how it works the second time through the order. Pleasant Valley's way too good a hitting team to continue to throw the same pitch over and over again.
Here's a chopper, going to go to shortstop. Comes up firing and gets the runner, Yokiel, with the play, and it's 2 down here for Pleasant Valley.
4 of the 5 outs in off the handle so far for Waukee. Just that location of Struck just makes it so hard to barrel up.
Mackenzie Fa, the designated player, comes in to bat in the number 8 spot.
At over 400 on the season.
I got her at 387.
380, okay, gotcha. We had
on base at 493.
Coming into the postseason tournament, she was at 407, so they got yours are more updated right now.
Yeah, I went and got the latest.
Yep, this would have been going into the postseason, so.
Mm-hmm. But not by much. Here's the 1-0. Catcher sets up way outside, and that's where it goes, and Fa was not reaching on that at all.
It's just enough to make you think about it, that pitch. Yeah. A little tail away, but on 0-2, you never know when you might have to go fishing after that pitch.
2-0 count. This one slapped hard off the glove of the third baseman. And I got a feeling they might call that a hit as hard as it was hit at the third baseman.
Very hard.
Smoked. Yep, they're going to call it a single.
About your only shot over there for Van Pelt is that you get your glove turned. She got it off the bare hand, too. You see she's shaking off that bare hand over at third. That's all reaction over there. There's not too many drills that'll prepare you for having to make that play.
Brings up Ava Crowley, Pleasant Valley's third baseman. She's hitting .388. Now a runner on at 2 outs. This one slapped to the shortstop. She'll come up, fire to first base to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. At the end of 2 complete, Waukee leads 1-0. They'll come up to bat in the top of the third here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
We go to the top of the third inning. It'll be the top of the order for Waukee. Ella McGee, the senior, she singled, stole a base, and scored on a sacrifice and then an RBI single out of the top three batters there. So they manufactured a run there with a couple of hits. And she's back up. First pitch, she runs, slaps it. It's going to stay fair. She's down there before the catcher could even get to it. She was down the line so fast.
Everything she's touching right now is turning to gold.
Yeah.
7 for her last 7. I mean, it's just crazy.
See the replay here. Number that hits down there. See, the catcher gets to it.
Right away.
But she's to the bag before the catcher could even pick it up. And the bat was in foul territory, so that wasn't a problem. If it had been in fair and hits it, then you got an issue. But here's Zalecki. She sacrificed the runner around last time. This time she's going to slap it between the hole of first and second. Rounding late and over to third. Runner advances to second. She'll be safe. Slides under the tag. Wow. Now let's see if they're going to. Let's see the replay here. She gets between, and she waits, and then on the throw goes over, and the throw then to second, she slid under.
I think she got around it to the outside, actually, too.
Because I thought they had her dead there, but she slid around it.
Well, you're going to see a little discussion right now out there at second base, because Amanda Ray wants to discuss things with our second base umpire here tonight.
I'm surprised they didn't do a little more, maybe appeal that, but. So now the first two batters are on with singles. One was a number, one was a seeing eye single between two diving
Well,
infielders.
and for a lefty slapper to be able to pull that through, that's a pretty talented move right there.
And Yokel got a single to drive in the run last time up, takes a pitch outside for a ball. She hit one into left center.
Ella McGee right now is 9 for 10 in the postseason for Waukee as their leadoff batter. That is incredible stat for a leadoff batter.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's 900%, right?
That's even your Janesville math can figure that one out.
I can figure that one out. I will admit, math was never my favorite subject.
I still have trouble with calling the third baseman the 5 spot and the shortstop number 6. I got to rethink that every time I threw. Hardest part is when the first baseman bats third in the lineup, or where's number 3, and I have to 3 when I'm putting in when I'm reading the lineup cards to set things up ahead of time. And
for baseball, I never had a problem with those positions. I don't know why it is, but so 3-0 here now, and possibility loading up the bases. Yokel takes a strike, holding. So that would bring up then Lavarado, who hit into a fielder's choice her last time up. But here, 3-1 to Yokel.
Yokel, 4 home runs on the season.
This one is hit deep to left, but left fielder's going to take it. Runner tags, comes in, and the ball bounces away as there's a little collision there.
There's obstruction at third as well. They actually threw out the runner over at third, but she tripped on Jessie Clemens. So there's obstruction called at both bases. Both runners are allowed to stay safe. There's a big collision at home plate, though, between Daniel and Kane.
So you see here.
And where Kane had set up, I'm pretty sure there was going to be obstruction called anyway beforehand. Kane had set up right in the baseline. And then you saw over at third base the trip over Crowley. That's why she was allowed to go back to third base. One of those where she could almost try to head home and see if you can get the extra base out of it. Not sure they would have awarded that to her.
It's not like the old days where you could stand there and then they had to bowl you over. You have to give them room to get through. That brings up Lavarado, who reached on a fielder's choice her last time up, was stranded at third.
She's just looking to get something to the outfield right now with a speed at third.
There's a strike called. So the long fly, the runner tag, McGee scored.
Waukee with 5 hits in 2 1/3 innings so far.
Zalecki's over at third. Here's the 0-1, that stays high. Kane checks back. She's not going to let Zalecki get too far off of third over there.
Normal depth all the way around. They're playing for the out right now. They're not worried about giving up one more run. Pleasant Valley's bats are going to come around. There's no need to panic and give up another base runner right now.
This one hit to the shortstop. Looks the runner back, throws. And they get the put out and hold the runner.
That worked out as well as you could hope for PV.
Good job by Clemens.
Yeah, she does it perfect. Looks
held the runner
back, yep.
And you know you got a little time over there. You can look the runner back.
And with the arm strength of Clemens to get it over to first in a hurry.
Brings up Jacobson. She singled to right. Her first time up was stranded. So 2 down. Runner at third here. That one hangs up high for a ball.
You continue to see Merkel go off speed on these first pitches. Waukee showed in their sub-state game they'll jump all over first ball fastballs.
Oh, that one right down the middle kind of fooled her that time. I don't know if she's waiting for a change or drop again, but.
Well, and that's what it does, though. Seeing the constant drop balls, yep.
1-1 count here. 2 out, runner at third. Waukee has 1 run in the inning to double their lead. There's a ball. 2-1.
That top part of the Waukee order has done a lot of damage so far in this quarterfinal.
Waukee looking, the 7 seed looking to advance over the number 2 seed early on, just this third inning.
Yeah, and we mentioned in the break, too, Pleasant Valley, that second time through the lineup with these talented hitters, it's going to be a lot harder to fool them.
That one lifted by the diving shortstop for an RBI single.
2 for 2 on the day for Jacobson.
And add an RBI on that list.
Scores Zalecki there. Jacobson gets around on it right through that 5.5 hole. Barreled it up and put it right in the opening. 6 hits.
Yeah. Ella Daniel, who grounded out to the third baseman last time up. Let's see the replay on this hit. Just right through there. And Clemens laid out, but just out of her reach into the area, open area there. So Waukee getting it done with 2 outs.
Well, the first inning, their hits, their runs were coming with 2 outs as well. They continue the innings never over with them. And defensively, I think there's that mental aspect of you get that first out okay, you get the second out, now you're feeling good. Got to be able to finish the inning.
So the right fielder Daniel steps in, takes a strike.
Good way to work ahead without giving Daniel anything too good to hit.
This one hit toward the second baseman, and
that was done perfectly.
Interference there, so That'll end the inning. And 2 runs on 2 hits. 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the third here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
We'll go to the bottom of the third inning here of the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy. Pleasant Valley trailing 3-0, looking to get the bats going here as Waukee is pushed across 2 in the last inning. They lead 3-0, and we got the top of the order. Good place to start, Andy.
Well, we'll see how they go through the second time through the order, and so far Struck has done a really nice job of mixing up the pitches. They're not seeing the same thing 2 times in a row. Really like setting off the hands right now, so we'll see how Struck continues to attack. Lavarado getting the pitch calls from the dugout, and so far they've been called outstanding. They go and try to go in on the hands. She missed her location that time as they tried to go in on the hands of Clemens.
1-0 count here. Lily Struck, Lavarado her catcher. Clemens flied out to shortstop her last time up, 0 for 1. Hitting .449 though. This one comes inside. And she backed off.
That's what Lavarado wanted on the first pitch as well.
Yeah.
Clemens, a over .460 hitter on the season. That's someone you don't want to give anything good to. Like we said before, first time up, future Iowa State Cyclone shortstop.
This one ripped into center for a single by Clemens. She gets the inning started. That'll bring up Ashley Hansen.
You don't need to panic with anything right now. As PV, if you want to play some small ball right now, you absolutely can with Hansen coming up to the plate.
Hansen walked, stole a base in the first inning, was stranded. .553 hitter. Steps in on the left side. She goes to butt it. It's just going to go foul. Almost hung there for a minute.
Lavarado tried to barehand it in foul territory, and the ball shot out towards the field, but just a couple inches foul when she did it.
And you said they're going to try to, as you said, play some small ball, push it along here.
Just the psychological impact of getting a run on the board right now, pushing some runners forward and getting another run on the board, or getting a run on the board.
Fouls that one off.
No butcher boy from Hansen there showing the bunt and trying to chop one through. That's what you really get. If you can master that one as a young hitter, you get those defenses shifting all over the place and then slap one through. So much pressure on the defense.
This one slapped to the shortstop. She'll go to first. Got her in time. It was close. But Yokil throws her out over to Jacobson.
Well, interesting. They didn't try to pick off the lead runner there.
Yeah. I think it was hit hard enough there wasn't time. But now you got a batter who's hit 12 home runs, one has hit 13, and one hits 9 in the lineup. Here's Casey Kane, the catcher, who flied out to third her first time up.
You see a lot of drop balls over these next 3 hitters.
Runner at second, 1 out. That one hangs up high, just above the zone to Casey Kane. 439, 12 homers on the season.
That was a pitch that was getting called a couple innings ago, unless it missed inside.
Ooh, that one right in. Those are ones that are hard. You got to turn inside on that pitch.
Again, you don't want to, you can't give her the base. You want to, but you can't give it to her.
And way outside there. Well, you just got to make sure if she gets something on it, she's going to have to work and not have a straight angle on the
very selective here about what you give to her. And again, I think
like
that off speed, trying to keep something in on the hands. Although she's back off the plate, so the in on the hands is not as easy on Kane as it is on some of the other batters.
2-1 here. This one off the hands.
That's right where she went with it.
Yeah.
Got the pop-up.
And she doesn't have quite the length of the first two batters. A little shorter, so it might be a little harder to sneak it in there. But as far as strike zone goes, 2-2 now.
Might look for something again to the right side now, outside corner. Try to expand that strike zone a little bit.
Lavarado gets the call from the dugout. That one comes in high. Full count here.
Struck's been really, really good about hitting her spots. Very good control for just a sophomore.
Number 3 batter, 12 home runs, second home runs on the team here. 3-2 pitch. Takes it deep to right. Right fielder is there, makes the catch, runner tagging, heading into third, slides in. No problem on the sacrifice.
How fast is Clemens?
Yeah.
We're at second base. I mean, I was watching for the timing of it. Clemens, I mean, she was halfway there before they were able to even attempt the throw.
And even a good throw, it wouldn't be, I don't think, been close.
Man, she showed off some wheels there.
Brings up Mary Page Winters, the center fielder. 468 with 13 homers. She walked her first time up. Pleasant Valley just trying to squeak that run from third over. Oh, that looked good. It's a strike. Held off on it.
I don't know any other way to describe that pitch but dirty. It is just a dirty pitch.
It's not what you think it is when it's coming in there. 0-1. Low, ball 2. And again, you can be safe with Withers. You have first base open, 2 outs. This one hit towards center, right center, center fielder over. McGee makes the play to end the inning. So one hit, the runner is stranded at third. No runs, no errors, 1 left on base at the end of 3 complete. 3-0 Waukee. They'll be up to bat at the top of the 4th after this at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state softball tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. The well-being of Iowa students is also very important to Farm Bureau. That's why we provide concussion insurance coverage at no cost for all students in grades 9 through 12 who participate in a sanctioned sport. As just one of only 7 states to provide this coverage, it's just another way we're striving to support Iowa's outstanding young leaders. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
Fans, official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Get out your phone and scan the QR code you see here, or you can also visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Dar Danielson, Andy Pollock, we might come back to that bottom of the third, Andy, where PV got the leadoff runner and left them stranded at third there with the heart of their lineup, the top of the lineup there.
Yeah, to be able to get through that part of the lineup for Waukee, that's just a huge boost to the Warriors. And, you know, for PV, you're looking right now, you're starting to look at the amount of times that you can get back through that top part of your order.
Jaden Van Pelt lines it to third, and she is put out.
You want to get back to that part of your order. That's the part that's going to do the damage, and so far, nothing out of that part.
Brings up Gorish, who is grounded out to first, her first time up. 0 for 1.
She's up in the box a long ways.
That pitch drops just off the plate on the outside to the left-handed batter. There's a strike. Now, normally I'm not a big proponent of those long ponytails that hang down, but in softball you're close enough to the batter.
You can
see the number anyway.
In basketball, we
in
never have a clue.
basketball and soccer, you don't like that, but here it's all right. 1-1 count, 1 out. Oh, she held off, and
I love that pitch. I love that pitch a lot. It's coming in right at knee level and then drops off the table. The discipline there from Gorish to lay off it, recognizing it very late, but man, that is a tough pitch to pick up.
2-1 now, Merkel to Kane. This one slapped foul as Rigdon gets it at first base. Rigdon's at first, Hansen at second, Clemens at short, Crowley at third, Oates, Withers, and Wood in the outfield left to right. Oda, Woods, Withers, and Wood. Left to right here for PV. 2-2 count now. This one ripped hard this time between second and first base, and the Wood came up looking to throw, but not in time.
So we mentioned the first time through the order about getting that 8 or 9 batter on, and then you get McGee up, who we mentioned is batting .900 in the postseason. They just did it there with Gorish. Yeah, now you have a chance to sacrifice her over and have a runner in scoring position for McGee.
That's the third time they've had that leadoff batter up here in 4 innings.
This is a tough part of the lineup. You're going through 4 lefty batters in a row. It takes your defense out of position.
Abby Felt flied out to left her first time up, 0 for 1.
It changes your approach as a batter or as a pitcher as well, because your inside, your outsides are different. You don't want to get anything to the left side against these lefties, because the speed usually from these lefties, that's why they're batting from that side. So it changes so much up. Half your order being slappers.
There's a ball. Oh, and they're 2-0 to Felt. Gorish at first, 1 out. Top of 4. Waukee up 3-0. That one is outside too.
I didn't know if we'd see a sack bunt at all coming here from Felt, but so far she's content to wait on her pitch. With a hot hitting McGee waiting on deck.
7 hits already, 3 runs for Waukee. There's a strike.
Just caught the outside corner.
And all the hits have just been in between people too. It's been.
Oh, they're finding the spots.
Just great. Yeah, it hasn't been like they just.
That's how Waukee plays, though. They find the openings.
This one, speaking of that, over the head of the outstretched shortstop. And everybody advances with the looper single over the head of the shortstop.
That's the pressure, though, that they put on the defense right there with the lefties, because they had Clemens all the way up, because you're expecting a bunch or some sort of slap on the ground. She's able to lie. If Clemens is at normal depth, that's fine, but against the lefties, you've got to be in. She's playing on the baseline, inside the baseline, and they put it right into the spot. Now Waukee cooking again with McGee at the plate.
Top of the order, Ella McGee. She's singled twice, scored twice.
But that infield's in again. They have to be. And McGee, we've seen hit at the outfield multiple times.
And fouls that one off.
Ella McGee is heading to South Dakota to play softball next year. And they are getting a good one.
She bunts it, lays it out there. Oh, trouble is...
What do you do?
Yeah.
Ella McGee
Crowley came in and...
She's just playing at a different level of everybody else this entire postseason.
Just a beautifully placed bunt.
There's been no answer that anybody has had for Ella McGee.
Just
now
me and Ella McGee playing a little softball.
10 for 11 in the postseason.
Wow.
She does whatever she wants.
See it again. Watch this. Just boom. Lays right there. The catcher comes over, the third baseman in, and it's like, even if they get to it quickly, I don't know.
No chance. No chance.
That brings up Zalecki, the senior second baseman. She had a sacrifice, a single, and scored. Swing and a miss.
This is actually right now, this isn't a bad situation for PV with bases loaded. You kind of take the bunt out of the equation. That's in that media area we talked about before up on the lift. Heads up.
Here's the 0-2. That's low and outside.
And she doesn't want to give anything good to Zalecki on the 0-2, but you cannot risk a ball going to the backstop right now either.
Slaps that one. It's going to go foul. Just get it in place somewhere and hope you can get one of those runs in.
Well, they're coming home. That infield's in all the way around. And with the strength of the arms of those infielders, as long as that throw's on target, they're going to get the out.
So 1-2. Bases loaded, one out. Slaps it. It's going to drop. Third baseman will come. Oh, wait a minute.
They said Zalecki was out of the box.
Out of the box.
So she is out. Everybody else goes back. So bases will remain loaded. It was an off-speed pitch. We'll see there. See if we get a replay on that at all. But yeah, on the off-speed pitch, if she's over that chalk, if her entire foot is over that chalk, that is out. And Phil Crease was all over it right away.
So now 2 outs here and brings up Waukee. For Waukee. 2 outs, bases loaded. Strike. Waukee single, drove in the first run, flied to left.
This is one of those things we talked about in the pregame about when Waukee has runners on, they have to take advantage of it. That might do it.
That one is going to drop in. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Waukee hung up out there. She comes in. I got her. So 1 base caught stealing. She was trying to get that other run in, I think. So.
Yeah, that's exactly what she was trying to do. She was trying to get that throw.
Let's take a look here at the replay.
When you see that throw coming, you're trying to get in a rundown. You're not trying to sacrifice now. You're trying to get that run across.
Yeah. Over, and then the throw down. Let's see that. Now, we'll go to break here. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented. Oh, wait. Okay, we got the replay. And then the throw down. She's in there, or got her, rather. So
And
5-0.
They had 2 runs come across.
Yeah, 5-0 Waukee at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
Thanks again to the Iowa Farm Bureau presenting the 2024 Girls State Softball Tournament. As the sole title sponsor of the Girls Union, Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievement on the mat and in the classroom, helping to nurture Iowa's future leaders. The Iowa Farm Bureau. I guess it should say on the diamond, not the mat. That's left over from the.
We do all the sports here.
Yeah, we do them all, so it kind of interchanges. Here's Sarah Rigdon. Takes ball 2. Man, my score sheet is all messed up now up in that last inning, but Rigdon 2-0, she flied out to third. So we had a batter step out of the box, get out, and then a caught stealing there.
Yeah, you got everything.
This one is lifted high towards center. Center fielder calls everybody off, makes the play, Ellen McGee.
Why not? She does everything else. Why wouldn't she be there faster than everybody else on the field and make that play in center? 10 hits for Waukee, just 2 for PV. And honestly, not surprised at the 10 hits for Waukee, but just 2 for PV. That's the part that's really incredible to me right now.
5 runs and 2 hits, and not only hits, but a little bit of everything thrown in there, too. Here's Addison Oda. She flied out to center her last time up. But you and I, we've seen enough, though. We know PV. It just takes a little string. You don't even have to get them all back at once, but a little string to get your confidence going at the plate.
Well, what this 5-0 score really has done, though, is take away sacrifice bunts. You're not sacrificing any outs right now.
Right to the shortstop, high throw. And Oda will circle around and slide into second, keeps the hand down.
Maybe the spark that they need right now. First error of the game for Waukee, first error of the game for either team. And that might be the spark that Pleasant Valley needs.
We'll see. 1-out error, gets Oda on, brings up Merkel, the pitcher. She grounded out to short her last time up. Oh, even 1 run. You see the runner come around. That gets you a little bit of, because they're only in the 4th, bottom of the 4th. This one a chopper foul.
Trying to work inside here on Merkel.
A few more clouds moving and cooled off just a bit. It's nice.
Well, the wind is actually kind of blowing back in our face right now, too, from the outfield. So it's
it's not real strong. You look at the American flag here; it's just barely fluttering that. So
it's a beautiful afternoon.
Here's the 0-1. I tell you what, if you've never been up here to see these softball tournament in person, drive up sometime. It's great. I know you love watching Andy and I, but 1-1. Oh, right in there. She held off on, little hopper. And another error, I think. We'll see there.
It took it went off like a cleat mark, really, before it got over there to third.
Jumped up on her glove. So let's see this here again. Over to Van Pelt, and just took a little hop on one of those stones. So now you got 2 runners on. We have a IMT insurance substitution.
This is a situation right now that PV has to take advantage of.
What's her number over there?
9.
Okay, so that would be Shayla Bischoff running for an IMT insurance substitution, brought to you by IMT at IMTIMS.com. Here's Mackenzie Fa. She singled last time up. Man, a single here would be big. This one ripped toward left. Left fielder coming over, makes the play. It's to the left side. They can't tag. They throw it in. Out number 2, but that's a big out there.
Huge out. Absolutely huge. Every time Lily Struck needs an out, or Ellis, every time Struck needs an out, she finds it. She's been able to do it.
Brings up the number 9 batter, Ava Crowley, the third baseman, 6-3 put out by the shortstop. First batter, this is high, first at bat.
Not getting quite the drop she was getting early on in the game. Still an effective off-speed pitch, but just not quite getting that pitch to drop into the zone. And you don't want to start it any lower because it's still a hittable pitch.
This one hit high on the infield. Pitcher calls for it. Oh, and almost run into by the third baseman, but that will end the inning.
Lily Struck has a smile pasted on her face after catching that ball.
No runs on 2 errors, no hits, no runs, no hits, 2 errors, 2 left on at the end of 4 complete. 5-4 Waukee. They'll come up to bat at the top of the 5th after this on
pitching change.
The Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back to the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. I'm going to tell you about Central College. You can level up your game at Central College. More than half of Central students participate in intercollegiate athletics because Central allows you to pursue your passions and be more than a spectator. It's the best decision ever. Apply at central.edu. So in between innings, a pitching change here. Grace George, the sophomore, will come in. 2.65 ERA. 54 strikeouts, 37 bases on balls.
Looks like all other positions are the same out there for PV. Was Cammie Wood out and right?
Yep.
Okay, then everything else is the same.
A straight switch. Merkel comes out. George comes in. Or the 4-5-6 batters here. Lavarado reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out 0 for 2 on the day. Takes a strike.
What you're going to see right now is a lot more velocity out of Grace George. Much more of a strikeout pitcher, but along with that, she has walked a lot as well. So we'll see, trying right now to really, Waukee's been able to barrel things up, put it where they want. A little change up with a speed right now.
The ball. Well, PV had a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the second. They could really use another one right now.
In PV, we look at it right now, no runs, just 2 hits, and this is exactly what Waukee did to Centennial in that sub-state game. Just 2 hits, weren't able to scratch any runs across.
This one right to the left fielder, Oda, for out number 1.
And Lily Struck just gets outs when she needs them. And it feels like Pleasant Valley's been threatening. And Lily Struck just finds it out wherever she needs it, a lot of times in the form of easy pop flies.
Maren Jacobson has singled twice and had an RBI as well. 2 for 2.
The illegal pitch is already called here, so that's a ball no matter what. No pause. George knew it right away as Phil Crease threw his arm out there to show right away that it was an illegal pitch. George walked right into her pitch, did not bring her hands together up on the circle.
Here's a ball. Jacobson, 339 hitting coming in. We said 2 for 2. Three straight balls here after getting the leadoff out. Deals high for a walk.
Mentioned a lot more strikeouts for George, but a lot more walks as well on the season. And, you know, not missing bad, but definitely not strikes.
Yeah, Merkel didn't walk anybody.
No.
She gave up 10 hits, but.
And again, nothing
yeah.
we'd call crushed.
No.
None of the Berman home run bombs or anything like that. Just Waukee putting it right where they want to put it.
Here's Ella Daniel. She's grounded out, headed to a fielder's choice, 0 for 2 on the day. Takes a strike in her third at bat to lead it off. Oh, she thought about it, and it
got a little
piece of the bat, I guess.
Chunk of that, yeah.
So 0 and 2.
Coach Pauls wants to get the clarification of what just happened down here. He didn't catch the part that it was off the bat. He thought it was a ball, so.
This one changed. She gets underneath it and right to the shortstop. We're out number 2.
Clemens did that exactly like you draw it up. The drop step right away, got a read on the ball and able to watch it fall right into her glove.
Jaden Van Pelt, the third baseman, flied out to second, grounded out to third, 0 for 2 as she steps in here with 2 outs and a runner at first.
Big runner, big batter right now for Pleasant Valley to get out of the game.
High in the air, caught by the catcher. And that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on. At the end of 4 1/2, Waukee 5-0. Pleasant Valley come in looking for some runs in the bottom of the 5th at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
You're watching the Girls Union Digital Network powered by MidAmerican Energy. 5-0 Waukee over the number 7 seed over the number 2 seed Pleasant Valley. But Pleasant Valley will come up with the top of the order. They've managed just 2 hits here so far against Lily Struck. And that's one of the good names for a pitcher, Struck.
But the thing about her, she's a great example for younger pitchers. You don't have to blow everything by people. In fact, I'm not even sure she's got a strikeout tonight.
Changing speeds and locations.
Yeah, just getting pop-up after pop-up, easy ground balls, no strikeouts.
She doesn't have one, no. So leading it off, Jessie Clemens. Flied out to short, singled, and was stranded at third in the third inning.
This is key now for Pleasant Valley because you're looking at the top part of the order, and you got to get some base runners right now, just to even mean that you get to the top part of the order again. And 5 runs against when you have only 2 hits so far in the game. 5 runs is a tall task, but this is where it'll start right now for the PV.
Rips this one right at the shortstop. Hot smash. Dies in the glove of Mara Yoko.
It's about as hard a hit as we've seen out of PV so far, but right at the glove of Yokeel.
And that's sometimes when you're trying to come back. That's the thing about softball, baseball. You hit a hard smash, but it's right to somebody. You know, we say that. But Waukee, all of theirs have kind of been in between diving players. So
that ball never got above the knees, I don't think, of the infield.
See the replay there,
right
boom.
there.
Here's Ashley Hansen now. We'll come back to live play. She takes a ball.
They have to figure out a way to get some base runners out of here. And
she's walked, stole a base, was stranded, and grounded out, so 0 for 1. Bunts it out there. Beautiful bunt laid down. She's going to be down to first easily with the bunt single.
Well, and that's what you need to be doing right now, and just maybe figuring out some unconventional methods of getting some base runners, because you really want to get this order turned over again. As much as you want to get some hits and some runs, you really want to make sure that you're not going up with the top of your order with 2 outs or anything like that.
It dies, a little backspin on it, and boom. Just like your 9-iron dropping on the green and hanging right there.
We may see a couple more of those.
Here's Casey Kane, 0 for 2. Comes in high. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I was watching the British Open. Was it Saturday? And it's raining there.
The Open.
The Open. And then it's like raining outside. It's like, hey, are we in Iowa or are we in the Open?
You're going to see PV be a lot less aggressive right now on the base paths. These outs are very valuable with only 8 left in the game.
This one ripped hard. Foul. Kane trying to sneak that to the left side. Yeah, the infield playing back now, not thinking that they're going to try to,
not with
just
Kane.
Push them along with Kane, yep. Well, the next 3 batters are there.
There's a lot of room in this infield, though, for an infield hit right now.
Here's the 1-1. Just inside.
Trying to get that pop-up here out of Kane. And Waukee hasn't played perfect. They've got 2 errors on the day, but that's what's led to a few of these base runners.
But they stranded those 2 base runners, in that inning where they had 2 errors. Here's the 2-1. Oh, hits her.
Got to take advantage of this right now for PV. The Spartans with the meat of their order coming up, base runners on, the home run hitting part. And you're not looking to sacrifice outs right now. You gotta value these outs during the rest of the game.
Just the 8th batter hit by Struck and brings in Ella Rubel, the 8th grader, to run here for an IMT insurance substitution.
You bring up Mary Paige Withers to hit, and one of the top home run hitters in the state of Iowa. She could change the
and sometimes you can't get it all back with one stroke, but one stroke over the fence here cuts it to a 2-run ball game.
It would change the complexity of this game a bunch.
She walked, flied out to center last time up. 3rd time through, let's see if she can pick up the pitches a little better here. Laborado looks to the dugout, gets the pitch. This one bounces in. Runners can't advance.
Well, and this is a situation, too, over at first base. You got to be a little bit careful with your base runner. A lot of times you're thinking they won't throw behind the lead runner, but you've got an out. You've got, you're in a situation, you're up by 5. You can sacrifice that. Yeah. That out's very valuable to you right now.
You got a 5-run cushion, so if you get that out, you're right. Here's the 1-0. Gonna bunt it. Oh, and it hit the bat again.
Said a hitter in the box.
In the box. Yep.
So that's just a foul ball. It hit her out of the box the 2nd time, but it hit her the 1st time in the box. So that's when it became a dead ball.
Because if it hits you the 2nd time, you're out.
Correct. Or if that 2nd time is the 1st time, I should say. Are we all on the same page? We confuse you enough right now?
Well, we've seen enough different stuff going on in this ball game so far. 1-1 is the count. Lifted high, and that's going to go there.
Ooh.
And Withers is glad that one went out.
Guy took a carom in the face over there in the bleachers.
They
popped in front of him and came right up in his face. It's a big pitch right now for both teams.
1-2, 1 out. Runners at first and second here. PV trying to scratch back in it. Hit to shortstop. She'll go to third, get the lead runner on the fielder's choice.
Would you have imagined it going any differently? I mean, the way that Struck has found these outs and that are infield and outfield have found these outs throughout the course of a game. They take the lead runner out with that.
Yeah, they just seem to everything falling into place right now. Brings up Sarah Rigdon, the first baseman. She's flied out twice, 0 for 2. Now runners at first and second still with 2 outs. A little slow drop comes in for a strike.
Haven't seen that pitch come in at that level. They've all been high here over the last couple innings. That's the first time she's been able to work it in there for a strike on the first pitch of the at-bat. That's a big one right now.
There's a ball. Kind of makes you wonder what if they had seen them and had played that game. You know, they might, if they'd have faced her. But
well, Waukee earlier in the year, too, was using a lot more pitchers. They've settled in on Struck right now as their one, and she's hitting those spots that she needs to hit.
Ooh, that one coming in high and tight for a ball, 2-1.
You know, Struck comes in with a record of 14-6, earned run average of 4.5. It's not her best softball has been played here at the end of the season. It's not even close.
Big bat here. This one fouled off.
She left that pitch inside just a little bit, and that's one I'm pretty sure that Rigdon's going to want to have back because that ball was left just out over the plate. A little bit further than Lavarado was calling for it. Huge swing by Rigdon.
So 2-2, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Rigdon at the plate. Here's Struck. Rips it down the third baseline, foul.
Wow.
Not by much.
Not by much.
It looked like the third baseman almost touched it.
Very close.
It was still fair there.
She was reaching across her body to do it, and Phil Crease is probably the only person out there that has a better view of that than we do right now.
Yeah, because it's too close to the third base umpire to see that.
Yeah, that's a home plate umpire's call the entire way.
Rigdon hanging strong at 2-2. That change again, she stays with it.
She goes with a drop change on 2-2. I mean, how much confidence do you have in your pitcher to throw that pitch with a location set right in the middle? I mean, just all the confidence in the world in Lily Struck right now.
PV desperately trying to get some runs across here, anything right now in the 5th inning. This one hit deep, but it's going foul.
She got all of that pitch. Again, just left a little bit. They wanted the pitch inside, left it a little bit further over the plate than she wanted. As it is, just a dramatic swing to keep the count all at 2s. The deeper it goes in this at-bat, it already was a big at-bat, but it's feeling bigger, bigger, bigger every single pitch.
This one to the right side. It's got some room over there. Running it down. Daniel runs it down. Looked like it might be able to drop on the right side, but Daniel comes over, runs it down, and ends the inning. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. 2 left on base at the end of 5 complete. 5-0 will come to the top of the 6th. Waukee leading. And coming up to bat here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented for the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why they're proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union in this amazing girls state softball tournament. They believe that by investing in our youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. Waukee.
Another illegal pitch thrown there. Another key spot in the lineup. These 8-9 batters have found a way on and allowed the way for McGee to do her magic with runners on from that leadoff spot for Waukee. So this has been a big reason for this 5-0 lead for the Warriors.
Gorish, the sophomore, she's grounded out to first, singled and scored. 1 for 2. There's another strike. Here in the top of the 6th inning, 5 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors for Waukee. No runs on 3 hits, no errors for Pleasant Valley. Fouls that off.
They continue to try to work outside on these Waukee lefties. Really putting some pressure to field the ball cleanly and throw it cleanly on the left side of your infield.
That one hangs high. George left it up high. She came in the 5th inning, placing Merkel. Just some foul off. So 8-9, then the top for Waukee here in the top of the 6th inning.
I was expecting a high-scoring game today. I would have expected, this 5 runs for Waukee about right where I would have put them for the day. This 0 runs off 3 hits for PV is absolutely shocking.
That one dribbles in. George I just kind of let it go too soon. Full count. Swing and a miss, struck her out. First strikeout for George.
As the Warriors right now, obviously you're looking to add some insurance runs, but you're also, get us back on defense, get these outs, and get the game over. Yeah. You're looking to pull this 7-2 upset.
Brings up Abby Felt. She flied out, single. Scooches ahead and fouls that one off the screen.
Starting to get a little warmer out here.
Yeah, it is now, isn't it? Again,
lost our breeze.
But kind of those big puffy clouds. And the forecast was saying, I haven't looked at it since I got here, but they were saying possibly some intermittent showers this afternoon. But
no, wait till after my next game.
Yeah, I don't have one till evening, I believe. But you got what next one here?
I got DCG and Carlisle next, and that'll be a treat.
Oh my gosh, that'll be crazy.
Love watching those. Love watching both those teams play. It's. Oh, that was now they 1-1. Okay, gotcha. We just had a umpire had to get things clarified. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 1-1 count. Scoreboard says 0-1. Now they fixed it.
There we go.
That one is low outside for strike 2.
This morning they were letting everybody know, the PA was letting everybody know what the weather was like for the day, and he happened to bring up then that the closest lightning strike was 477 miles away. So I think we were good for a while.
This one hit to the second baseman, up and over. I tell you what, this is the best garden year I've had in about 5 years, because I've averaged about, my house in Urbandale, 1 to 1.5 inches of rain a week, and everything is just, and then you get the 90-degree days, you see the tomatoes grow before your eyes. But
yeah, you go out there one morning, it's like you have cherry tomatoes. You got the next day, you got the beefsteak.
Big ones, yeah.
Ready to roll.
Ella McGee, 3 for 3. Ella McGee, 3 runs scored. Last time she reached on a bunt.
Decent.
She slides up and takes a strike here.
She's just seeing the ball so well right now in the postseason. I mean, has all year, batting well over 400, over 430 on the year, but just sees it so well.
Oh, she kind of hesitated on that one, pops it up.
First time,
contrary to rumors, you can get Ella McGee out.
Believe it or not, she's human.
There. Yep. And they go 3 up and 3 down, Waukee does. Let's see if that sparks Pleasant Valley. They've got a couple innings to do some work here. We'll come in with the bottom of the 6th after this at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
We're back in Fort Dodge at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Pleasant Valley comes up just 3 hits, no runs to 5 runs and 10 hits, 2 errors for Waukee here. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters for Pleasant Valley as they try to get on the board and stay alive here in this 5A contest. Lily Struck in the circle. This one is lifted toward left and caught on the run. Gorish catches the Oda fly ball.
Man, another close game going on over on the other field right now. Urbandale and Muscatine tied at 6 in the 4th.
Well, that's a 3-6 matchup, isn't it? Yeah.
3-6 there, 7-2 here. Urbandale, Waukee were towards the bottom of the CIML and got hot at the end of the year. Ankeny as well, lower half of the CIML. They won their first round game over Waukee Northwest, who was at the top of the CIML.
Caitlin Merkel takes a ball. She grounded out, reached on an error, 0 for 2.
It's all about getting hot at the right time.
Yeah. It's
Ankeny just one game over 500, I think, right now, and won their first round game at the state tournament.
Well, it seems like, you have the top seeds, Valley, Pleasant Valley here, and then as you get lower, it's a scramble for those last teams to get in because there's so much talent,
Valley just all the way through the order hits the ball so well. You feel like you get through that first time through the order and you feel like you do pretty well, and they get through that. I would love to see a little advanced analytic on what their batting average is the second and third time through the batting order, because I've seen them several times this year, and they get better and better as the game goes on. This might be one of Coach Bakey's best hitting teams he's ever had.
3-0 to Merkel here. We'll see if she holds up. I'm assuming they want base runners, and she does. It's a high anyway, so it's a walk.
With the first walk from Struck?
No, it's her
one
third.
In the first. Yeah, okay.
She had 2 in the first.
Not many.
They didn't score off them, but that's her third walk.
Again, though, you're looking at where you can't sacrifice any runners right now because you're down to 5 outs to try to scratch out 5 runs.
Macy Bischoff, the 8th grader, will come in to run again for an IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtims.com.
You have to do this by smashing the ball a little bit right now to try to find some openings and scratch together a comeback here for the Spartans.
Mackenzie Fa steps in. She singled her first time up on the second, flied out, 1 for 2 on the day. They're stranded at first. That one is low. Runner going. Throw is wide, and she steals the base.
Lavarado lost her footing as she went to throw that down. Tough to throw when your foot's sliding out. Tough to throw that ball 90-some feet when that foot is sliding out from under you.
See the replay here. And according to my records, it's the first stolen base for Bischoff on the season, the 8th grader. This one's a strike. 1-1 to Fa. Fa drives it down the left side, foul.
The control that Struck continues to have with those inside pitches, again, that's in off the handle. It's the thinnest part of the bat.
She really hasn't left anything in a bad spot most of the day, has she? She's just
been so good.
Locating them well. The 1-2. This one lifted high on the infield. Struck comes in, makes the play for the out.
I just have to laugh. I mean, that's what she does. You watch right now. Lily Struck she just puts the ball where she wants to put it and gets pop flies and gets weak ground balls. And again, just how many of those infield pop flies have we seen today from her? They just continue to knock down these PV hitters. PV is the best hitting team in the state of Iowa.
Here's Ava Crowley. She flied out to Struck last time up. Fogg gave her a little advice going off, told her something. They talked about something, so here's the first pitch. And hits her.
Well, free pass to the number 9 batter.
And brings up the top of the order, as you say.
Now, Clemens has been held in check today.
Yeah, she had a single and was stranded at third in the third, but flied out twice to the shortstop. Right now, you want to look for some green. Coach taking a timeout here. Just going to talk with Struck a little bit.
No, this is it for seeing this. Assuming that not a huge run with 2 outs. This is likely it to see the top part of the order for PV. He's telling them now, you don't worry about the base runners. You get this batter out. We got a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, we got 2 down. You could go to first, second, or third and get the out wherever we need to.
And on the other side, Coach Ray, you're telling Jesse Clemens, step up. You do what you do right now. You're one of the best hitters in the state, one of the best overall softball players in the state. You go out there and find some green.
So here we go.
Anything to the left side right now, you're probably anything in the middle infield, probably telling them with the speed of Clemens to get the lead runner and call that the out.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to risk anything. Anything that you throw to first you have to be fielding it perfectly to get her out at first.
Jesse Clemens steps in, the shortstop. This one ripped hard. And gone! Home run! A 3-1 shot by Clemens. Cuts the lead to 2. Wow. Home run number 8.
Ball got left over the plate, a little bit up in the zone for Clemens, and that ball got out of here in a hurry. No doubt about it right off the bat.
Yep. Boom. Right out there over the wall. We got a whole new ball game, folks. So you get a walk, a hit by pitch, home run, and all of a sudden you got a 2-run ball game.
And you're dealing with a number 2 batter. This is the best part of the PV order, one of the best hitting lineups, the best hitting lineup in the state of Iowa.
Ashley Hansen's walked, grounded out, got on a bunt single, slaps this one foul. Three RBI home run by Clemens. Her 8th of the season.
And this is the first time that in the postseason that Struck has had to deal with much adversity right now as far as runs being scored, a close game here towards the end.
And they called that timeout, and I think you're right. They were just talking about where to go with the ball. I don't think she was any kind of trouble or worry.
You weren't counting on Clemens hitting that ball out of the park.
New life for Pleasant Valley. Swing and a foul ball. Okay, so a Spartan and a Warrior, what's the difference, or is there?
Where they came from.
Oh, which school they are, huh?
Spartans were Warriors from Sparta. I think Warrior is just more of a general term.
2-2 pitch, 2 outs, slap foul.
Did I just put my history degree to use?
I think I did. I think so,
I think I did.
You have a degree in history?
I do, believe it or
not. I was going to go into that, but they told me there's no future in it, so.
I saw the head of the history department. He would track me down shortly, about middle part of my junior year, and said, hey, you're really close to getting enough credits to major in history.
This one is down the line foul.
And I said, I just want to win at Trivial Pursuit when we play as a family, so took a couple more courses, and 20-plus years later, it pays off in my broadcasting career. How about that?
Okay. Pleasant Valley, a new life here. Hang it tough as Hansen. 2-2. 2 outs. Ball. Count goes full.
Struck trying to tiptoe around Hansen a little bit right now. But at some point, you're going to have to come at her, and this is the time.
Full count pitch. Slapped. Oh, right by the third baseman. Tying run will come to the plate.
We wondered when the PV bats would come alive. It just happened to take 6 innings.
Yeah, and 2 outs in the 6.
Going to come together again with Kane coming up to the plate. But again, that slap, they had, they're going to bring everybody in right now. They're going to talk to the entire team.
Yeah, because you got Casey Kane, who she's got hit by a pitch. She's 0 for 2, but she's got 12 home runs. And Withers, if she gets on, 13, and Rigdon with 9. So you got to power your lineup right here, down by 2.
It's been a fun way to start the state tournament for us.
Kind of, and Waukee, you're kind of cruising along, but boom.
Waukee with 3 hits now, right, in this inning, I believe it is. They had 2, only 2 coming into this inning, no runs. Bats have come alive.
2 hits, they had the single, the home run, hit by pitch, and a walk. This one is going back, second baseman, and the right fielder comes in and makes the play to end the inning, but not before 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 6, it's 5-3. Waukee, they'll come up to bat at the top of the 7th here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state softball tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. The well-being of Iowa students is also very important to Farm Bureau. That's why we provide concussion insurance coverage at no cost for all students in grades 9 through 12 who participate in a sanctioned sport. As just one of only 7 states to provide this coverage, it's just another way we're striving to support Iowa's outstanding young leaders. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
We go to the top of the 7th. Things change quite a bit here after that last inning. A 3-run homer by Pleasant Valley makes it 5-3 as Waukee comes up to bat in the top of the 7th inning. Here, Dar Danielson, Eddie Pollock at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network. Digital network powered by Mid-American Energy.
Lily Struck hasn't missed on her location very much today, and the one time she does, the future Iowa State Cyclone, Jessie Clemens, just comes through huge.
Now for Waukee, they've got the 2-3-4 batters coming up, so
which has done damage today as well.
A chance in the heart of your lineup to maybe try to get some more of those runs back.
Some of those IMT insurance runs.
George is out there, had her mask off. Forgot was going to pitch, and then they pointed out, wait a minute, you should put that on.
I watched an umpire last week go up behind home plate, didn't have his mask on, and everybody was yelling at him, hey, get it on, get it on. Didn't realize he still had it off in between. The pitcher wouldn't even throw a pitch. He couldn't figure out why.
Ball 1 to Zelecki. She's sacrificing. Oh, diving snag! What the? Glove hand weather by Hanson. Whoa.
There's a spark for the Spartans. Look at that, just acrobatic, flying burrito style.
You get offense, then you get a big defensive play. Let's take a look at the replay here.
She was playing in because of the bunt.
Smash and boom.
What a snag.
Got it.
Yahtzee.
Brings up Yokil. The single, drove in a run. Single twice, 2 for 3 with a RBI. Fouls that one back. A lot of action, late innings here on this one. PV would like nothing better than to shut Waukee down and come in with their last at bat and try to tie it or win it. Yokil has other ideas, takes a strike. 0-2. Grace George has done a great job since coming in that fifth inning.
She really has.
Has not given up any runs. Delivers high. Yokil not taking it. One-two pitch. Hangs outside.
You're trying to get the swing there. You know it's likely not going to be a strike, and that's a tough pitch to lay off when you're behind in the count.
And then you know where it is. She's probably not going to hit it solid, but 2-2 now. And count goes full. So Yokil got behind 0-2 and has battled back. Full count. There's a strike. Got her looking.
Just painting the outside corner right at the knees.
Yep, that's a tough one to.
That third base dugout has really woke up over the last inning. There's a lot more cheering coming from over there. The PV team that believes right now that they've got a comeback in them.
Lavarado, she's reached on a fielder's choice, grounded out, flied out, 0 for 3 on the day. For the catcher. This one gonna drop in over the head of the shortstop for a single. Lavarado gets her first hit in the 4th at bat. Peterman coming in to run for Noel Dieterman, a junior, for an IMT insurance substitution. You see her over there at first. And up to bat is Maureen Jacobson.
11 hits now for Waukee.
She's got 2 singles and a walk, an RBI too. Takes a ball. Yeah, Mr. Math, you can do the ratio of 5 runs to 11 hits is 3 to 5 hits, and which is better?
Yeah, they've been very efficient. PV has about scoring their base runners.
Rip to the second baseman. That'll end the inning. With no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Pleasant Valley needs 2 runs to keep it going, 3 runs to advance to the semis here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. You see the numbers there, but the big number is the 5-3. Pleasant Valley comes to bat with the 4, 5, 6 batters in the lineup, needing 2 runs. They got their first runs in the last inning off a 3-run homer by Jesse Clemens. That came after a walk and a hit by pitch, and then Clemens ripped one over the left field fence, left center. And now here's Mary Paige Withers, who walked, flied out, and fielder's choice, 0 for 2 today. Ball. Darty Angelson, Andy Pollock with you.
I watched the Pleasant Valley huddle as they came off the field after that last out. The only person that said any words in the huddle, coaches or anything, Jessie Clemens, the future Iowa State Cyclone, went in there. She talked. She was the one to get everybody fired up, talked about focusing on every at-bat.
And that one's a ball. Withers, 13 home runs to lead the team. And well, we've seen Clemens. She had 7, but they've got power all over. So we've been talking throughout the game. You never knew when they were going to wake up. And there's ball 3.
Yeah, we just haven't seen this from Struck today at all, getting behind in a count 3-0.
I know she's being careful with Withers, but you walk her and you bring the tying run to the plate with no outs.
You don't want that at all.
And 4 pitches, 4 balls. Puts Withers on, brings up Sarah Rigdon, the tying run. She is 0 for 3 with the fly out to third, fly out to center, fly out to right. She's got 9 home runs, third on the team behind Kane and Withers. And tension time for the Waukee fans here. Pleasant Valley trying to keep the momentum running downhill.
So many times today, Waukee has got the first out of the inning. Not able to do it here in the bottom of the 7th.
And there's the 5th straight ball from Struck. He's been masterful throughout the game so far. This one lifted high. Center fielder going back, makes the catch against the fence. They throw to second, and the runner is in.
That ball was hit so hard.
Not far from going out of here and tying it up.
McGee right up against the fence to make the play, but then how about the base running as well? Tagging up and forcing that quick throw.
Well, credit McGee. Let's see the replay. She had her hand against the fence. She had her hand out to see where it was, and it was in the base running, yeah.
That's some good wheels there.
So here's Addison Oda. This one, gonna drop in to right center. Run comes around.
Obstruction. There's obstruction. There's obstruction on the pitcher. Struck ran into the base runner. As she was coming in, he counted the run. There's obstruction and the run counted.
Yep. She was standing right there in the way, wasn't she?
Yeah, Struck was hustling to try to get back here to. Struck was coming back, trying to back up the throw, and ended up running into the base runner.
See there, you can kind of see it. See, there she is. Yep, she ran into the base runner there, so the run will score.
Otherwise, she would have been out. But yeah, Struck was just trying to get back here. You're not really paying attention to the base runners. You're just trying to come back to back it up. Wow.
And she took a wide turn, too, and you can kind of see that unfolding there. So now the tying run will be at second. Caitlin Merkel.
So the scoreboard here is not, there we go, the scoreboard there now just got updated, and it's also got a wipe away and out as well. It scored 5-3 with 2 outs, but they've got to change that to 1 out.
Yeah.
And that's big because now you're looking at anything to the outfield. You're looking at scoring the tying run and free softball.
Yeah. I mean, you could get a deep fly, score the tying run, and then you still got an out to work with. So what happened there is the interference of the pitcher coming in to back up, so that is obstruction, as you said, and that allows the runner to score. Is there anything we haven't seen in this ball game so far?
Had a little bit of everything.
We've
seen
everything
interference. We've seen obstruction.
The first few innings is happening, and then now.
Haven't seen a double play yet.
No, I haven't seen that.
But our bingo cards have got pretty full.
Yeah. And it's going to be tough to get a double play here with the runner at second and 1 out, but here comes Caitlin Merkel, a chance to help herself here, drive in the tying run. She's walked and scored, reached an error, grounded out, 0 for 2. This one is lifted to right, deep, caught, runner tagging. She'll go over to third.
Merkel hit that ball as hard as you can absolutely hit it without going over.
And you see the channel seed signs are blowing a little bit, but it's kind of a crosswind, so. Okay.
How about this?
Tying run at third.
Yeah, Jayla Bischoff,
Pinch runner, Bischoff.
Bischoff batting, let's see, 227 on the year.
The sophomore.
22 at-bats.
We've seen her come in to run a little bit, I think, haven't we?
Yes. No, we've seen, yeah.
That was
Mason Bischoff run.
The 8th grader. This is, she's the sophomore. So
with Addison Oda waiting over there at third base.
Tying run at third, 2 outs. Any kind of hit here ties it up.
How about the play, though, out in right field? I mean, time after time today, Daniel out in right has made big plays.
And I can't, it doesn't look like the sun. Earlier we had for a while, the sun was shining a little bit, so looking up there wasn't good. But
it'll eventually be, it'll be right field and first base, really. More coming from third, though. The orientation of this field makes it the ball. You're not dealing with the sun a whole lot as the afternoon goes on. You're going to look at it set in the.
Enough clouds now. We had a hole there for a while with the sun, but okay. Big play here. Bischoff comes in, Jayla Bischoff to pinch hit with the go-ahead run, or the tying run at third. 2 outs. As Pleasant Valley's made a big rally. Strike called right down the middle. I know. Do you go after somebody just coming off the bench?
You have to.
Yeah,
you can't pitch around them. I mean,
yeah.
you're taking your chances with a 227 batter and hope something good happens. She's got enough control that she can pick her spot still. Big infield here for Waukee.
Comes in low inside, 1-1.
What you absolutely cannot do is issue a free pass and let a pinch hitter be one that becomes the winning run.
1-1 pitch, runner at third, 2 outs. A 1-run ball game at the bottom of the 7th. Oh, that hung right in there for a strike on the outside edge.
Dropped off the table right on the outside corner, and that's the pitch that we've seen over and over again Struck go to.
Struck with the advantage at 1-2 here.
And if you haven't seen that yet today, that's a tough pitch to pick up on.
Bischoff trying to keep the season alive. Low for ball. 2-2.
Labrado hopping back there for Waukee. That could have been a big play for PV. Good at bat here so far from Bischoff.
Two pitch. Chopper through the middle. Base hit, tie ball game. Pitch hit, single up the middle.
Absolutely clutch at bat from Jayla Bischoff coming in. And now she represents the winning run for Pleasant Valley over at first.
And now
the ball just chopped in it. It was the old Baltimore chop right there.
Chopped right through. And now here's where Waukee, you can't get your head down because if you shut this off, you could still come in and go back to bat. You just got to get that runner out. That
she had
represents
so much height on that. There was no chance for Struck to make the play, and she was going to be safe at first anyway, even if Zalecki got over there to make the play.
Well, and it was right on line, right by the base, too, so there's no way you could have stopped it. You get through this batter, though, and you got the top of the order coming up.
It's a big batter
Crowley.
Right now.
She's was hit by a pitch and scored on that home run in the last inning that kind of upset everything here. She's 0 for 2. Steps in. This one lifted to the right side. Right fielder comes in, makes the play. Daniel. Well, we're going to extra innings, folks. Tied at 5 apiece as Pleasant Valley roars back. We'll go to the top of the 8th coming up after this at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
At the Girls State Softball Tournament in Fort Dodge, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. We got a big one here. We go to extra innings as Pleasant Valley has come back to tie it up in the bottom of the 7th inning.
PV's made another pitching change here.
Okay, but let's go back first to the 6th. With 1 out, they got a walk. 2 outs, they got a hit by pitch, and then a home run by Jesse Clemens made it 5-3. Then they shut down. Waukee came back and got a walk, a double, and a single to tie it up. And now Waukee comes up with the 6, 7, and 8 batters. Ella Daniel, who's been outstanding in right field, will come up here now for Waukee. to try to get something going.
And you look at the bottom of the inning, PV will be coming up with the top part of their order, so advantage PV right now. But just went back to Caitlin Merkel. Caitlin Merkel, who was a starter today, is back in the game, which after Grace George has really shut down Waukee, Merkel's back in the game now.
Here's a strike. Back to Merkel. So George pitched the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Merkel comes back. That's what I love about softball, too. You move pitchers around. These coaches know what they're doing, I guess. So,
well, Merkel came in to hit, correct? And then she has stayed in the game now to continue to pitch.
Hard smash to the shortstop. Comes up firing. Got her at first.
What a cannon there from Jessie Clemens over at short. Gloves it, heading towards second base, and regathers herself and just guns it across the infield because Ella Daniel is not slow at all. Much closer play than you'd even expect from a ball fielded that cleanly.
Brings up the third baseman, Jade Van Pelt. She's flied out twice and grounded out, 0 for 3 in the ball game. Chopper to the pitcher, picks up, fires to first. 2 down here for Waukee.
That's not an easy play for Merkel to make, and she made it look very easy. Has to go off to her throwing hand side, backhand the ball, and plant and make the throw. There's a lot of factors that come into play, and she made that look easy.
Brings up Gorish. She's grounded out, struck out, 2 singles, and a run scored. 2 for 4 on the day. That one drops in short. For Pleasant Valley, they'll have the top of the order coming up. There's a strike.
And that's where this all got started for the Spartans, that top part of the order.
1-1. Waukee looking to get somebody on, get a go-ahead run. Swing and miss. I mean, they scored 2 runs in the third with 2 outs. This one got to go foul into the camera area.
It's a nice piece of hitting by Gorish because that's a pitch that you can't let go. It's not a strike, but you're looking at it there off the plate. Can't leave anything to chance.
Merkel back in to pitch this 8th. Low and outside. Gorish not buying on that one. 2-2. 2 outs. Chopper, backhanded throw, safe just in time. She beats the throw. Great backhanded play by Hanson.
It really was. I mean, Hanson up the middle is such a smooth fielder as you watch the replay here. Oh, I thought it might have caught the glove of Merkel. It did not. That's such a nice play by Hanson, just not quite in time.
That brings up Felt to number 9. Then if she can keep it alive, the top of the order here. Felt 1 for 3 with a single. Takes a strike. 5 runs now on 6 hits for Pleasant Valley. 5 runs, 12 hits. 2 errors for Waukee. Only 5 runs on 12 hits. That may be something they talk about later, depending on how this comes out.
We knew they'd have opportunities, but they haven't been able to capitalize on all of them.
This one, chopper foul. Man, Kane fired at the first, but it was foul.
Kane, you know, she's a future Iowa State Cyclone as well. The catcher, just a junior, is already committed to Iowa State and popping out of that catcher's position there to try to get the out.
0-2, 2 outs, runner at first for Waukee. Top of the 8th, extra inning. Slaps it toward third, bobble, safe on the error.
The lightly hit ball was just soft enough that Crowley rushed it a little bit.
Those are the worst because you're just waiting and waiting. And just couldn't quite bring it up. So then we bring up the top of the order. It'll be Ella McGee, who is 3 for 4 with 3 singles, 3 runs scored. She flied out to second her last time up. And now runners at second and third. I mean, getting any one of these, getting that lead runner in, is a big deal for Waukee.
Well, it allows you to play your defense a lot differently in the bottom half of the inning. Takes sacrifice bunts out of play.
And maybe takes a little momentum back from Pleasant Valley. They've had it all here in the last couple innings. Chopper to short. Throws the first off through. Runner's going to come around and score. Waukee takes the lead.
I'm not so sure the easier play would have been a flip to third to get the force out.
I don't think she realized that maybe. It's going to go an error.
Yeah, the ball, that was the easy play was going to be to third. You had time to get it over there to third base.
Yeah.
It becomes such a hard throw against a batter there like McGee.
So Waukee has pushed one across and back ahead. Now they have runners at second and third with Zena Zalecki up. She is 1 for 3 with a sacrifice. Takes a strike.
You know, it all comes back to, they talked about early on in the game, too, against these lefties. You've got the infield has to play in so far. You just totally shifted around your defensive alignment with the speed, forcing you into some bad decisions, bad plays.
Swing at it and misses. Waukee, number 7, trying to upset number 2 here. Pleasant Valley trailed all the way into the bottom of the 7th when they tied it back up. Well, they trail into the 6th, so they got the 3-run homer. Slapped, diving, snag, save. Run will score. Runner at first is safe.
It's a great defensive play, and that's the only play you can make is to try to get the out at first, and then excellent base running over here at third base. Coming from Abby Felt. As soon as she saw the throw, she came home and scored, gave a little insurance run there to Waukee.
Let's see the replay here. Chopped over. She had to go down and get it. Throws and just missed it by a hair. Brings up Yokeel.
How about Waukee coming back in this right now after PV had all the momentum over the last 2 innings?
2 for 4, Yokeel with 2 singles. This one is down the line, going to drop foul.
Man, Hansen looked like she was shot out of a cannon heading to get that one from her second base spot.
Yokeel drove in the first run of the ball game back in the first with the single. It was caught stealing there. Now Waukee still has a runner at third with 2 outs, a runner at first. Runner's going down the second late and safe. She was trying to.
The tag got on the back of her. That's the only reason. It's so hard.
Merkel said, hey, we shouldn't have thrown that one. See the replay here.
Because this is not a forced situation.
No.
So if that run scores before the out gets made, that's another run.
There's a strike.
Really surprised they tried to make that play.
Yeah, I think Merkel told her infield, we don't need that. Let's get the batter here. 1 and 2 now. 2 outs, runners at second and third. So a single could play 2. strike. And that's it. On the 1-2 pitch, Waukee gets 2 runs on, let's see, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left on. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, 7-5 Waukee. PV coming up to bat here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be the top of the order. Jessica Clemens, Ashley Hansen, and Casey Kane. Clemens, her last time up, hit a 3-run homer. Well, she's a leadoff here, so she can't tie the game up. But for Pleasant Valley, just get base runners on.
That's all it is
and
right
scratch
now.
out a couple runs like they did in the 7th.
And as a defense, you keep everything in front of you right now. But you're at the absolute part of the order that you want to be at for PV. I mean, this is they've been hitting the ball well. They've been finishing off their possessions here in the last 2 innings of the game. This is obviously you don't want to be trailing right now, but this is the part of the order with a veteran group that you want to do it with.
Yeah, they did it before, the 7th inning.
On the other, Pleasant Valley, shortstop, Jesse Clemens.
And Jesse Clemens flied out to short twice, singled, and then hit a 3-run homer in the 6th to make this a ball game. This one is lifted into the gap over the shortstop for a leadoff single, bringing the tying run to the plate.
That's the way it starts. Doesn't have to be fancy, just that seeing eye single into the triangle out and left.
Here's Ashley Hansen. 2 singles, a walk, and a ground out. 2 for 3 on the day. One of those is a bunt single. This one she bunts to the pitcher, moves the runner over.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to the power part of your order right now, but down 2 and sacrificing outs.
Give up an out. So it brings up Casey Kane. She is flied out 3 times, was hit by a pitch, 0 for 3.
And has 12 home runs on the year.
Yeah. Second to Withers, who's waiting on deck. That one's a ball. Home run here would tie it. But if you get on base, then you set it up for the win, too, as it's a tying run.
Yeah, you can't give her this base.
That one's high. And Struck just said, that's me. She knew she left it not quite where she wanted it.
She's thrown a lot of pitches today, and right now it's, that drop ball's not getting as much movement on it as it was early on. The sun's out, it's a little warmer, a little more humid.
Been out here a while, yeah.
A lot of factors coming into play.
Here's the 2-0. Outside, 3-0. And that's ball 4, yeah. She didn't realize it. There's a walk. So now the tying runs at first. Go-ahead run will come in to bat. Mary Page Withers. 13 home runs on the season. She's walked twice, flied out to center once, and reached on a fielder's choice. 0 for 2 on the day with a run scored. Her walk was big leading off the 7th because that was one of the runs that scored to tie it up.
They've been able to scratch out some base runners here, and that's.
Pleasant Valley needs a hit. Waukee needs some outs. Ooh, that looked pretty good, but just outside.
She's going to a different plane on the drop ball, starting it a little bit lower, and it ends up dropping out of the zone rather than up high and dropping into the zone like she was early on.
One-0, strike. 1-1. Winner advances to Wednesday at 12:15 right back here in the semis. And that's high for a ball, 2-1.
Again, just not getting that drop. It's staying up there, and PV can lay off that pitch now, whereas before it was fooling him earlier on.
Withers steps in, takes a ball. 3-1. The senior represents the winning run here in the bottom of the 8th inning. There's a strike on the outside edge, full count.
That call's been there all day long. It's not a pitch a lot of times you want to swing at, but it's been called there.
Well, here we go, full count. Something's going to break one way or the other on this one. Struck. Right up the middle. Caught by the center fielder. She's going to throw home. Oh, gets by the cutoff, by the catcher. And that allows a run to score. Oh, they played that perfectly except for the cutoff there.
Yeah, the throw got under the glove of Lavarado here at home. And right now, PV in business.
You see it just.
She couldn't find it right away.
And it scooted through on her. It hit and scooted. So now.
A great full count hit. Wow.
It was, but it was played well, and the throw was good. It just.
Yeah, they were not rolling. Yeah. They were content to let it be bases loaded, and then when the throw got by at home, that's when the run came in.
Sarah Rigdon up to bat. She's 0 for 4 on the day.
Well, now you're looking at any pop fly to the outfield.
This
like
one,
that's going to tie it up.
Goes back, comes in, it's cut. That'll be the sacrifice that ties it.
It's exactly what you want there out of Rigdon. And now the winning run over there at third.
You see the replay here, gets it, throws to the cutoff, brings up Addison Oda. She had a double in the 7th, 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. Now coach coming out. Going to talk it over here a little bit.
Well, this is, again, you're just going after the batter right now, but what you have to be so careful of, and there hasn't been many today, but Lavarado on the top of her game here at home plate with a winning run over there at third. What a comeback. I mean, PV, what a game of emotions for both these teams. PV had done nothing offensively for almost over 6 innings. They come alive in the 6th, then Waukee comes back, in the 8th, scores a couple runs, take the lead, but now PV is the ones that you kind of feel like are in the driver's seat.
And they had, in that, let's see, what was it? PV in the 7th. Yeah, they had the run on in the 7th that would have been the go-ahead run, the winning run. Left it stranded. Oda comes up. She doubled her last time up. Winning run at 3rd. This one foul.
Urbandale in the 7th is leading Muscatine 10-6.
Ooh.
So the winner of this game will take on the winner of that one. Urbandale, a team that came alive at the end of the year. They had a lot of near misses, but trying to close this one out today.
0-1 pitch to Oda. Winning run at 3rd. This one fouled down the right side.
She's going both directions now.
Yeah,
she's going down the left field line.
She's just going with the pitch. She knows
line.
if it drops in for a hit, the game's over.
Well, the strength she's got on these pitches right now is perfect for ending this ball game for PV.
So what do you come back with?
You're going to that drop change on the outside corner.
Yeah. 0-2 pitch.
Way outside. And she missed it inside.
Drives it through. That's a winner. That's a winner. A walk-off single to left for Oda. PV.
Careful, ladies.
PV comes all the way back. A dog pile over at first on Oda.
You look at Oda, the target was set up to the outside, the pitch drifted back to the inside, and just like we talked about with the first 2 pitches, Oda took that pitch exactly where the pit took the hit, exactly where the pitch took it, shot it right through that gap, and PV with a huge win. We talked about it at the beginning, a team on a mission after losing the championship game a year ago, never gave up today and ended up pulling it out in the end.
And a couple of comebacks to get the win here.
2 big comebacks.
Yeah, my goodness. And how about that top of the order coming through again? Clemens got the 3-run homer, then the single and scores, and to Waukee, man.
And you do it with Oda there at the 6th spot in the order is the one that ends up hitting that through.
She gets the RBI winner to advance, Pleasant Valley. Wow, what a game. What a matchup, and now we're running a little bit late. Sorry about that, fellow. But
I'm up. Let's go.
Well,
time to get feverishly writing down lineup cards for the next game.
Pleasure working with you, Andy, and
we always get good ones.
Yeah, we do. Seems like we do. That's going to wrap it up here. Pleasant Valley advances to the semifinals here. What's that? We'll see if are they going to advance? Okay, here we go. There's Pleasant Valley advancing the bracket. Hard fought win today. Thanks to Devin running the controls here. And that's going to wrap it up. Pleasant Valley advances here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.